What questions should you be asking your lender? Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back. I'm Sandy Curtis, your real estate resource, and today we are discussing questions you should be asking your lender before buying your home. If you like the content that you hear today, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you get notified when my weekly video hits. Buying a home can be overwhelming, especially for first-time home buyers. I've provided a buyer checklist down below. Click the link, it'll take you to it. Print it out, take it with you, keep it with you, so you're doing everything that you need to do to get to the closing table. So one of the steps is getting pre-approved for your loan. And these are the questions you should be asking and writing down so that you can discuss it with your buyer agent. One of the first things you should discuss with your lender is what type of loans they offer and which one is the best fit for you and your needs. This is important information when you're purchasing a property because certain loans have limitations on what they will allow if the home needs repairs. For an example, you're looking at a foreclosed property. It has broken water pipes. It's been disclosed, but the lender is not willing to do any repairs to the property, nor will they allow the buyer to do any repairs. One of the loan requirements for FHA is the home has to be habitable. So not only are you qualifying for your loan, you need to discuss with your realtor as to whether that home you want to look at is going to qualify for your loan. There are rehab type FHA loans and other different rehab type loans that are available that you could discuss with your lender. But does that lender offer that? So back to the first question, what loan types do you offer and how are they going to benefit me? How long is the rate you have quoted me good for? Interest rates change daily. So in order to take advantage of a really low interest rate that is happening this particular time, you need to get pre-approved for your loan so that the lender can lock that loan percentage in and there's no penalties to you to take advantage of it later. So the time frame in which they're able to lock in your loan is how long you have to get to closing. Not to find a property, to get to closing. So if your interest rate is only good for 3 months, you have 2 months to find your home at a bare minimum because it can take 30 to 45 days to close on a loan. So that leads me to my third question. How long is it before the loan can close? Mr. Lender, I have found the property I would like to buy. If I made an offer on it today, how soon could we close on it? Number 4 is going to be whether you need mortgage insurance or not. When you're purchasing a property, you have to take into effect your property taxes, how much your mortgage insurance is, how much is your homeowner's insurance, things of that sort that you have to pay on a yearly basis. Those are numbers that have to be paid in order to protect you and the lender. But with that protection comes a hefty monthly addition to your mortgage. Mortgage insurance is not the same thing as homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance it protects you against fire. Mortgage insurance protects the mortgager if you default on your loan. Loans that are 80% or more of the value of the home require mortgage insurance. You're also going to want to ask your lender if the mortgage insurance drops off once you have hit 80% or less of your loan to value. How much can I ask the seller to contribute towards my closing cost? The percentage that they give you is the maximum amount that you can ask the seller to contribute towards your closing cost, and that percentage is based on the sales price. I cannot stress how important this number is to you and your realtor because when you are ready to purchase your property, you need to know how much your closing costs are and how much of that you can ask the seller for if you don't have enough. Now, I will make a note here that just because they say that you can ask for up to 6% in closing assistance on the seller side, it's not likely that you're going to get 6% in my area. The average amount that the sellers are willing to contribute toward buyer closing costs is 3%. That includes banks. So foreclosures, almost all of them will offer 3% in closing assistance if it is an owner-occupant making the offer. You just have to make sure you put that in your negotiations up front that you're requesting 3%. Now I want to point out, these are in no particular order. They are all something you should ask when you are getting pre-qualified or pre-approved for the loan to purchase your property. And the last one I'm going to point out today is how much are your closing costs and your down payment. These numbers are very, very important. They are important because you need to know how much you need to bring to the table and how much of that, if any, can you ask the seller to contribute towards. So if you have not gone through the steps to get pre-approved, you're not going to know the percentage that you can ask the seller's assistance for. Think about it, if you're making that offer and you ask for 3% and you actually need 4%, you may not be able to purchase the property. If you would like a copy of my buyer checklist, I'm going to put the link below. Go ahead and click on that. See you on the next one.